Hello, everybody. Welcome to chess. Chess is an ages-old game played as a pastime between kings, in which they would move pieces in order to attain one objective: to trap the king so that, in the translation of Arabic, the king would die. So today I have with me Brian, and I'm going to be refreshing his memory on how to play chess because he knows a little bit about it, but he hasn't done it in a while. How are you doing today, Brian?
Doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing.
Awesome.
So, this is a chessboard. We have chess pieces, and for professional chess, they usually have you write down like the moves that you do as you do them. And so, like the way that you would do that is you would write down the number that the letter and number square that the piece that you move to. So this would be like A1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be pawn to A5. So I'm going to teach you how to move all the pieces. I'm going to teach you about check and checkmate. And then after that, we're going to play a little game. So the first piece that we have is the pawn. And the pawn can move 2 spaces on the first move and the first move only. And after that, it can only move 1 from there. You don't have to move it 2 spaces. You can move your pawn 1 space and like keep moving in 1 space from there. But the first time you are allowed to move it 2 spaces, and from there, Now, if you have somebody who moves like this, right? Somebody moves their pawn within diagonal of this other pawn, you can attack, and that is taking the piece off of the board. If you're here, they move this pawn, you move this pawn, and they move this pawn 2 spaces, because that's their special move on the first try, then you are allowed to do what is called an en passant, and you can take diagonal, because ordinarily, if the pawn were only able to move 1 space, it would be here, and you would be able to take it anyways. So that is how you move the pawns. The next piece that you would be moving, specifically in the setup, like the beginning part of the game, is the knight. The knight can move 2 spaces and then 1 space. It can be 2 spaces upwards, 1, 2, and 1 to the right, 2 spaces upwards and 1 to the left, 2 spaces to the left and 1 upwards, 2 spaces to the right and 1 upwards. You could do 2 spaces to the right and backwards, as long as it moves 2 and then 1. So ordinarily in the beginning game, right, you move 1 pawn 2 spaces. Now pick which pawn you would want to move. Okay, and so in the beginning you generally don't attack, but if you feel like you're in a good position to attack, then what I would do is I would attack you here. But for this, because it's the beginning game, I'm going to move knight here. So next on the board is the bishop, right? And so as you can see, when you move a pawn from in front of these squares right here, then your bishop is open to move. Unlike the knight, it can't jump over pieces, but it can move diagonal any number of spaces as long as there's nothing in its way. So you can move, oh wait, it is still your move. So move any piece you want. Okay. Go again. All right. So next thing that I would want to do is to move the bishop. You can again move whichever piece you want. Okay, so the next piece is the queen. And what the queen can do is move in any direction, forward, backwards, sideways, diagonal, as long as nothing is in its way. The only piece that can jump over other pieces is the bishop, not the bishop, the knight. So I'm just going to move my queen here. Now it's your move again.
Right. Start playing.
Yes.
Let's play some. There you go. There.
All right. Now, What you have is called a fork. You can attack me in one of two directions. So if I didn't have a way to attack you, then I would have to pick one piece to give up. However, I can take you with my queen, so I'm going to do that. It's your move again. Alright, so the next piece that you can move that I'm going to be showing you is the rook. The rook can move any number of spaces, left or right. There's nowhere to move currently, forward and backwards. It also has a special move with the king, which can move one space in any direction, and that is called castling, where you move the king 2 spaces and you swap places with the rook. So now it is your move again. You can only move diagonal when there's somebody to attack there. Yes, okay. So from here, right, I showed you how to move all of the pieces. I'm going to teach you about check and checkmate. So when I move my queen here, right, the queen can attack in any direction. And so right now, if you weren't able to have another move, I would be attacking your king. So in this situation, I would say check. And your objective is to move your king out of the way or to attack it with another piece so that you are no longer being attacked.
Got it. So I just go like
So
this, or what should I do there?
the king can only move one space in any direction. However, because I have my rook here, you can't, what is it called? You can't move your king to attack. So you can move your bishop to attack, or you can move your queen to attack.
Got it.
Because if you were to attack with the king, then you would be in check by my rook.
Got it. All right, so let's just say, we do that?
So
then you do that there, or how does that work?
the only way that you can, what is that thing called? The only way that you can attack is by going directly onto the square that
Got
it
it.
is, unlike checkers. So,
All right, so let's do that. Let's go directly on the square.
all right.
All right. So now,
So, checkmate takes place when I make it to where your king has nowhere that it can move in order to get out of check, and there are no pieces that are able to move in order to protect your king. So, would you like to start the game over, or do you want to like keep going from here?
it's up to you.
All right. I mean, 'cause like we have the rest of the segment to have a nice refined game of chess. So,
Let's do it.
all right.
It's yours over there.
Correct.
Put this here. So to our viewers at home, we're just going to refresh this board here and give you guys a good chess game.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go. All right.
And white always goes first.
All right, let's see. So what do you guys think? Which move should we make here? All right, let's do that one. All right, what's the next one? I heard you over there. That's right, let's do that. All right. Not strategizing at all. You guys are just playing the game here, you know, we're just gonna play. See where it takes us. Isn't this right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you can't take from there. The only way that you can take is moving directly onto the piece.
So we have to be like this, or
So-
got you.
Right.
Got you.
So because the only way that the knight can move is
If
like
it's that piece is there.
exactly.
Got you. That makes sense now. But if it's in the way of the piece moving, it doesn't count.
Correct.
That's a bummer. All right, let's just
Indeed.
keep going.
Now checkers, you can what is it called? You can like just jump over the pieces, and I find that quite interesting because when I play checkers with my siblings, they try to get me in a position where like they can double jump me, and then they notice that I am in a position where I can double jump them. And they're like, I didn't see that coming.
Interesting. Let's see here.
Oh wow, I just noticed that I set up my chessboard wrong.
It's alright.
Oh my goodness. And I'm supposed to be teaching you how to play. See, you set up your board correctly. Me, on the other hand, I did not.
Somebody staged the board for us, man. Who did that? I don't know. It's alright.
Oh wow. Huh.
Can't you absolutely come here or no?
Yes, yes, you can.
Like, make sure, you know. I don't want to be
No.
making my own rules up here.
I just noticed. Oh man. Wow, that's a bummer. Okay. See, I was about to win. And then you took the piece that I needed to win.
Yeah.
That was a very good move.
It's alright. It's alright. Just sitting here. Just playing the game here, trying to figure out how this thing chess is played.
You are slowly deteriorating my entire plan. This is a worthy opponent.
Let's see. Oh man. One of the audience members, you guys have your phones on out there? It's crazy.
I could not imagine. Well, what are you guys doing?
You have such a great show in front of you. You have a phone, man. Is it my go?
Oh yes, yes, it is.
Let's see. What do you guys think should be the move here? Let's see. One of these can go forward and backwards. Is that just the queen?
All of the rook and the queens can go forward and backward.
Got it. All right. So let's go on out here and play here.
Ordinarily, I love to do this, but I don't want to do this right now.
Why? You could have took the rook, man. Dang.
All right.
Oh, you can just get that close and stop bumping people out the way?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I apologize.
And that's the queen that just jumped all the way up there?
Yes, sir.
Wow. How did she do that? But can't I do the same exact thing, essentially?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But you do have to, what do you call it? You have to bump. Exactly.
Oh, you have to bump.
Right.
What's something wrong with that?
Okay. So. Oh man. Okay, so you are now in check. What I failed to account for, because if you had been stranded there with this as your only move, that would have been game. However, because you had your queen and you moved it, your king now has a space to move to the right. So you are able to move that piece. Well, you're in check, so you have to move the king to the right.
Like over here or something? Or
Wait.
to my left?
Yes, your
Gotcha.
left. Whoops.
Gotcha.
See, I'm losing all sense of direction and
All right.
everything.
And then do I do this or?
No.
So I just go here.
Correct.
Got it.
All right. This will most likely end without what do you call it? So in chess, right? There are usually timers, and there is a point at which you can no longer move because you have run out of time.
Right.
And
What's
much the
typically
same
the
way.
time?
Typically 10 minutes, but in much the same way, we have run out of time today.
Okay,
So,
sorry.
good game.
It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
I appreciate that. It was a pleasure.